I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen making an old school Italian dish. That's right, this dish dates back to the Napoletans, everyone from Naples, and maybe a little controversy from the Sicilians. We'll talk about that. It's steak pizzaiola, and you're going to love it. It's delicious and it's quick and easy to prepare. So let's get started. First of all, we have some beautiful onion and some peppers here. I like a mixture of beautiful red and green pepper. You can use yellow bell peppers, orange peppers, whatever you'd like. Now, why are we doing the onion? Well, first of all, we need to make a pizzaiola sauce. What does pizzaiola mean? Pizzaiola, from the pizza maker. A pizzaiola, a gentleman who actually makes the pizza, or a woman, of course. And what do? They make their sauce ahead of time. So, a little extra virgin olive oil. Oh, some of these onions. Let's get cooking. And we really want to not really caramelize them too much. We want to cook them down a little bit. Beautiful pepper, like I said. Take out any inside seeds you have. And then a really quick way to just get this pepper just like this. There you go. And nice and clean now. And we can actually add the pepper straight to the pan with the onions. We're going to put some delicious ingredients in here, including tomatoes and garlic, but we're going to hold off on that. And just some nice Julienne slices again of our pepper. That should be enough of the green pepper. Let's get our red pepper into the mix here now. Now, why the peppers? The peppers are going to give it a sweet flavor, and that's what we're looking for. Notice in the recipe, you're not going to have any sugar in this recipe at all. So we're looking for some sweet tomatoes, peppers. As they cook down, the peppers release a little bit of sugar, and oh, so delicious. Give this a little stir. Those onions are just where I want them to be right now. And I will lower the heat just a little bit on this. Finish up with some more of that pepper, beautiful pepper. And then we're going to slice the beef up. I mean, come on. Is this not easy or what? And we talk about the origins of dishes. Well, we're making a pizzaiola sauce. But the pizza sauce, the true pizza sauce, some say it dates back to 589 AD. That's right. And when we think about it, we think about Naples and the Apulian area. And, of course, the Amalfi Coast. And all the beautiful dishes they have, but a lot of tomatoes. Now, we say it dates back to 589 pizza. That's right, pizza does. But not the pizzaiola sauce that we know it today. Why? Because tomatoes did not come into Italy until after Columbus discovered America. So, what'd they use? Olive oil for sure, we know that. Garlic, onions, and natural juices. And they made like a sauce or a topping for their pizza. Well, then later on, they had these cuts of beef that they had. Extra cuts of beef that they wanted to kind of move out, kind of get rid of in the butcher shops in Naples. So what they do? They came up with a sauce. Now, today, I think we're going maybe in another direction. Look what I picked out. Are you kidding me? Look at this beautiful ribeye. Oh, my. Man, oh man, you talk about beautiful. And I'm going to slice it into some nice pieces. This meat is just going to fall right apart. It's already coming apart. Look at that. Is that a beautiful ribeye? So, really, use any cut of meat that you want to. You have some extra scraps. You're making fajitas or something. That's perfect for this dish. Now, I'm going to add a little more olive oil here when I finish slicing the beef. And what am I going to do? We're going to saute some garlic very quickly with this meat. Why? Well, we don't want to add the garlic now because, of course, we don't want to burn it. We're looking for flavor. We're not looking for something that becomes very, very bitter. All right, I think I've trimmed this pretty good here. One more little slice there. Yes, I want some of that fat. a little more of that oil. Are you looking at this pan? Are you here with me cooking? Oh man, I will salt this ahead of time. A lot of chefs don't salt the meat ahead of time, but with the pizzaiola, I like to salt it. All right, there we go. And I'm gonna do something else here in just a minute. A little not out of the ordinary, but there we go. Is this beautiful? I keep saying that, but come on. I'm gonna put a little bit of my Calabrian red peppers in here now. That's right. Let's give this all a good stir. I like the heat right now. I lowered it just a little bit. Just enough to give this meat a little sear. Those peppers, we want a little crunch on the peppers. Our last ingredient will really be just adding the tomatoes here. This is slowly cooking down. Searing that meat. Everything's coming together. What are we doing? We're building layers. I like to say that because, we can add this all into a crock pot or into an Instapot and turn it on. But no, we cooked those onions first, gave it some great flavor. The peppers, they started to cook down a little bit. The sweetness of those peppers are coming out. In just a few minutes, after this really started to cook, then we will add a little bit of white wine to reduce everything. But in the meantime, some garlic slices. Yes, I like those little garlic slices. I like a little bite to the garlic. We can mince it if you want, but I think it's so much flavor. Look at that, just right alongside there, just like that. And it's not going to burn this way. And you know what? Be creative. Add how much more garlic you want. You like a lot of garlic, you like less garlic. I think it needs a little more garlic personally. That's just me. Now the flavors is really going to be enhanced. And let me tell you, I can tell because of that smell. All right, let's start turning some of this beef over. It's going to cook very quickly, the meat. Remember, we slice it very thin here at this point. And I may, you see, I don't want that garlic to overcook here. I may just go ahead and turn my heat up just a little bit at this point. Just, maybe 25 degrees or so. So let's go ahead now. And we are cooking. And I like to say we're cooking on all 4 burners, but we don't have to cook on all 4 burners. This is all in the pan. As this is cooking down, now I want to infuse a little bit of wine into this. I like white wine into these dishes, not red wine. I think the red wine's a little heavy. It's up to you though. But here, you're having dinner, you open a bottle of wine, let it sit for maybe an hour. There's going to be a little bit of that wine missing. I'm not talking about from drinking it ahead of time. I'm talking about cooking with it. Cook with a good wine. Look at that. It's not poaching, but now we're infusing the meat with a little bit of that wine. A little cracked salt on top. Not a lot. We'll add a little bit more with the tomatoes. Easy ingredients. Olive oil, onion, peppers, the steak, a little bit of garlic, a little touch of seasoning. Maybe you want to put some basil in here or something else. I'm okay just like this right here though. As that meat is cooking down, and believe me, we only have a couple of minutes left here because it's going to be so tender. Ribeyes, fillets, you don't have to cook those down. You don't have to braise them for a long time. That's up to you how long you want to cook it down, but you don't want to overcook this because then they'll get a little tougher because it is going to cook down in our tomato sauce. At this point, yeah, look at that garlic there. That's what I like. You see, the flavors have all come together. And at this point, we're going to add our tomatoes. I like the San Marzano Italian tomatoes. That's up to you also. Watch this. Look at those beautiful tomatoes. They just kind of start falling apart. Add more tomatoes. You could get a steak and serve one person if you're just having a steak dinner. Or you could make a meal like this and feed 3 people at least. A little bit of pasta, a little bit of risotto. That's up to you what you want to put it over. Just regular rice, it doesn't matter. Mashed potatoes, oh my. Roasted potatoes, even better. And hey, you want to parboil some potatoes ahead of time and then put them in the pan right now? That's even better. But look at this, it's going to cook down. It's not going to be a thick sauce. This is a Pizzaiola sauce. And if the truth is known, a true Pizzaiola sauce should have maybe a little oregano, so don't be shy with the seasoning. Taste it, see if you need any more red pepper or a little more salt. I think we're pretty good. As this continues to cook down, those onions are really starting to finish up. We're talking maybe 5 minutes here. Let's give this a taste. Oh yeah, just a little salt. And like I said, if you know me, I think a little red pepper. And there you have it. Steak Pizzaiola. In less than 5 or 6 minutes, you have a complete dish to put out. Put it on a buffet, put it on a family table, put it on a big platter and serve it. And as my family likes to always say, mangia bene. This is something I would be proud and honored to serve not only my friends and guests, but my family also. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.